Hi, this is Michelle Lasley of Balance Shared, a women's empowerment network. One of the things I've really enjoyed doing is creating these bullet journal plan with me's. I love the concept of bullet journaling as a way to integrate all the things I keep track of in one place, especially being organized and art. And so what we are looking at is me catching up, keeping track of the past, while organizing the present so I can plan for the future. And that's Ryder Carroll's saying. I use a combination of technology to keep on top of things along with my paper planner. I find that when I write things down, I keep my brain free for more creative thought, and that's one of the reasons I love the bullet journal. I didn't do sound while I was recording this time because my son, whose foot you can see in the video, was animating his video game playing with his voice, so I thought it was a little too distracting. So hopefully we'll have some light music when I stop talking to accompany this plan with me. So every month I have some extra pages before I start. Sometimes it is just one page, sometimes it's a full spread, and I've been doodling and waiting till I got to that open spread to do my monthly log. And I thought, well, since I doodle anyway, let's make a cover page. So I'm sketching out the cover page with pencil first, figuring out how I want all the days and things to line up, and then I'm just doing some flower doodles when I'm comfortable with everything, writing over in pen, and then decorating the flower doodles with my Tombow dual brush pen in some colors that are very springy to me. I've been bullet journaling since December of last year, so going on 5 months. And I struggled with wrapping my head around this monthly log concept, but wanting to understand the logic behind it, I dove right in. What I found is that I don't need a monthly log to see how my events interplay. I need the monthly log to keep track of really important events and make sure I'm not expending too much energy in one day. So I've really grown to love this really simple list concept. I use my digital technology to have all of the overlays, and that seems to work quite well. Many bullet journalers record and track things important to them, and I'm not giving up. The things I track are how often I touch my network, habits, and gratitude. I've noticed that when I get about halfway through the month, something shifts and I stop, but that doesn't mean these things are less important, and I'll keep trying until I figure out a better way to track these things important to me. Another popular item to track is the mood mandala. Kara Benz has some really great tutorials on her Facebook group, Boho Berry Tribe, and her corresponding website. The idea is to simply keep track of your moods, and a lot of people will attribute a mood to a word like grumpy or happy, and then a corresponding color. And sometimes the color has nothing to do with the emotion because they want this beautiful thing when they're done, and they don't necessarily want to see a bunch of blue days reflected. I realize that I have an awful lot of emotions in even sometimes a given day, and attributing one word was not a good measure for me. So I went back to this above the line concept that I discovered at a seminar I did several years ago. It's about women's intentions. So we thought about joy on 5 levels, 1 being the most grumpy and 5 being joyous. 4 and 5 would be considered above the line. 3, 2, and 1 are below the line. And the more below the line you are, the easier it is to get wrapped up maybe in grumpiness and spiral into moods you don't want. So this month I'm going to try tracking where I am above the line, and you can see that in the yellow and pink. Lastly, I set up my weekly log. I'm on page 209, and I've got 249 pages in this bullet journal, so we'll see how this goes. The weekly log is a great place to organize my time and then the tasks that I have for different projects that I work on. So I'll track things like my meals, my volunteer time, where I'm spending my time, my work, and then things for my family. Thanks for watching. This has been a Balance Shared production, a women's empowerment network.